Today, I put 30 celebrities in the 2025 NBA draft, and every team across the league has one first-round pick, so each squad can add a celebrity to their roster. Let's see who gets the first selection. It's gonna be the Pelicans, and right now, Cash Nasty is projected to go number 1 overall. Honestly, I didn't expect that. With the first pick in the 2025 NBA draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Lethal Shooter. I understand it now. The Wizards will take J. Cole. Cole was trying to have a professional basketball career overseas, but after like a game, he decided to pick the pen back up and start making music again. The Pistons, 3rd overall, take Chris Brickley from Brickley's Gym. Utah takes Jesser. We're not gonna watch this entire draft, but the bottom line is, every single player in this class has superstar potential. Now, some of these guys are starting off worse than others based on their real-life basketball skills. For example, Kai Cenat's only a 76 overall, but they can all eventually become stars. Funnily enough, Jello ends up going to the Hornets, so he'll be playing alongside LaMelo Ball. Drake goes to Canada and plays for the Toronto Raptors. Ronnie 2K and LeBron, what a duo that'll be. Mark Cuban to the Pacers. I thought bro might go to the Lakers, team back up with Luka. He said he'd divorce his wife before he traded Luka, but the Mavs organization, he didn't have the control over the trades anymore. And yeah, they lost him. Chris Smoove goes to my Warriors. I love that. Adam Silver's even in this draft. Dang, Travis Scott went 2nd round. I think he was the only celebrity to get picked in the 2nd round. Now that the draft is over with, it's time for the rookie season for our celebrities. Now, I know some of y'all might be asking, where can I get this draft class? I'll have the name of it and my username in the description so you can download it, bro. This class took me forever. So I would appreciate if y'all left a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and now we're ready to get things going. Season is wrapped and Victor Wembanyama wins MVP. Chris Smoove, Rookie of the Year. He averaged 22, 10, an assist, 1.5 steals, 2 blocks. I actually had to go off the height that he uses on his My Player because the only time I have ever seen Chris Smoove outside is when Pokemon Go dropped. I could not find any data on bro's height. He was also 6th Man of the Year, coming off the bench behind Steph Curry for the Golden State Warriors. Mark from RDC made all defensive 2nd team, bro. His LeBron skits are hilarious. He averaged 16 points, 8 rebounds, and an assist. And then your all rookie 1st team includes the Rookie of the Year Smoove, Jack Harlow, who went out, averaged 17, 7, and 6. Yeah, Zach TTG, didn't he used to play pro ball? So, of course, he was out there getting to it. Duke Dennis, 18 a night. And Jesser the Laser, 22 a night. I understand it now. The number 1 pick, Lethal Shooter, averaged 23 points per game. LeBoat went out and averaged 12 a night. J. Cole, a smooth 20. Now, obviously, in real life, these guys would not be this good. Except for maybe Chris London if he didn't get injured. 21 and 6 on the season. And that'll wrap up your all rookie teams. Now we are ready to jump into the playoffs. Looking at the West standings, the Spurs with Sway Lee at the point guard. Ray Shremmerd's run will never be forgotten, and now Sway Lee is suited up in San Antonio, leading them, or well, not leading them, Wemby led them, but they're the number 1 seed. At 2, you got the Mavericks. Did they draft anybody? They must have traded their pick. So, yeah, the Mavs, they just like to ruin everybody's fun. Trading away Luka, trading away the celebrity they could have drafted. Tragic. For the Timberwolves, Kendrick Lamar, the first NBA player in a size 4 men's, averaged 10 points, 6 rebounds. How'd you do that, Kenny? Out east, your top 3 teams were the Nets. Who did they draft for their celebrity? Nobody? Oh, y'all sold. Oh no, TTG, he was right there at the point guard. 20 points per game. He was elite. We already talked about his stats. New York, Drewski was sitting the bench for the Knicks all year. He can be a cheerleader on their championship run, boost the morale with some jokes in the locker room. And Mark Cuban off the bench for the Indiana Pacers averaged 12, 6, and 3. All right, let's get to it. Playoff time. We're going to go through the first few rounds pretty quickly, but once we get to the conference finals, we'll slow things down and really lock in on these matchups. It's the Wolves and the Warriors going at it. Minnesota, who do they have? I know the Warriors have Smooth off the bench. That's right, the Wolves have Kendrick Lamar. And then out east, New York, they've got Drewski, who's sitting the bench, but Drake and the Raptors are in the conference finals. Drake's the starting point guard. Hold on. Just dropped the new album. Now he's getting buckets. Averaging 19 a night, elite efficiency. Maybe we could see Drizzy in the finals? No, the Raptors end up losing in 5, while the Warriors and Wolves is pretty close. Dubs win in 6, so it's Chris Smooth versus Drewski in the finals. Smooth actually gets to play. Drewski, yeah, he doesn't play. And it looks like Chris Smooth easily will be crowned champion, winning finals MVP off the bench as he averaged 23, 12 with 2 assists. He doesn't pass the ball. He just gets rebounds. He gets steals. He gets blocks, but he does not swing the rock. So there it is. Chris Smooth, my career legend, goes all the way to the finals, wins the championship. Sorry, Drewski. And this offseason, I put the actual 2025 draft class, so they just had to enter the league a year late. Speaking of the offseason, we'll see a lot of player progression here. Smooth goes up 6. Wait, did Curry retire? Oh my gosh, Curry retired after the ring. So this is Chris Smooth's team now. J. Cole's up to an 89 with the Young Wizards. Cash Nasty's here in Portland. They just picked up D Fox. They've got Scoot as well. Chris Brickley's getting a lot better. Jello on the Hornets with LaMelo. I'm excited to see him potentially make a run with that team. But yeah, across the board, you're seeing +6s, +7s. 6-7. That's a 3-video streak of saying 6-7. We move. We're going into another year. Season is wrapped, and in year 2, TTG is the MVP. Zach takes it home, averaging 26, 6, and 9. Crazy season from him, and he must have led the Nets to some wins if he won that MVP award. Chris next door off the bench in OKC gets to actually play this year and immediately makes an impact. Adam, aren't you busy running the league? How are you doing this? I understand it now. Lethal Shooter averaged 30? Jack Harlow was on All-NBA first team with Zach. And then you also had Smooth on third team. He was helping lead the Warriors with Steph Curry, now retired. Lethal Shooter's here, and so is Duke Dennis. Drewski, look at him, all defense. The first ever 6'2" power forward, and he's making a big impact for New York. Now, looking at the teams that are in the mix for the title, the Wolves, with Kendrick Lamar still off the bench, playing at a very high level. Surprisingly, the Warriors were somehow elite. I guess it was just Chris Smooth carrying the roster without Steph Curry. Spurs with Sway Lee averaging a smooth 20 are in the mix too. You got the Brooklyn Nets, Zach TTG, the MVP, leads them to the 1 seed. The Raptors still here with Drake averaging 23 a night. And the Wizards with J. Cole. Could we get a Drake versus J. Cole conference finals over there in the East? That could be a pretty fun matchup. Oh, they did face off in the second round. Ultimately, Drake ends up winning in 6. Here's what our conference finals are looking like. We've got Sway Lee and the Spurs versus Kendrick Lamar and the Timberwolves. And then out east, who do the Celtics have? Of course, Drake's on the Raptors. It's their second time in the conference finals so far in this video. The Celtics, they drafted Baby Keem. Oh my gosh, Baby Keem. Get back to working on the album, bro. These shooting splits are tragic. Oh man, Aubrey and Baby Keem. This matchup's gonna be a classic. It's going 7, Toronto and Boston. Whoever wins will face the Wolves in the finals. And Drake is going to the finals, putting up 25 points to lead his team there. So it's Ant-Man versus Drake. Ant averaged 44. in the Western Conference Finals. So this is going to be a tough series for Toronto for sure. Wait, this is Drake versus Kendrick. Yo, W script. Wolves are up 1-0. It's 1-1. We're jumping in the simcast for game 3. Come on, Drake versus Kendrick in the finals. And it's close. It's a 4-point game. We get our first hop in of the video with a minute 55 to go. Dang it, Kendrick's not in the game. Drake's in here, though. They've got Rob Dillingham playing over Kung Fu Kenny. Drake driving to the basket. That's an easy layup. 6-point lead for Toronto. Here's Anthony Edwards driving down the hill. Is that a charge? It's a block, so Ant will be shooting 2 free throws. Come on, sub out Rob Dillingham. Put Kendrick in the game. You know what, man? I'm making the executive decision. I'm sorry, Rob, but come on. It's too good of an opportunity. Get Kendrick in the game. We're gonna call a timeout. Or wait, no, I won't call a timeout because I don't want to mess up what the game's got going on. Both teams only have 1 timeout left, so we'll wait for the next stoppage of play, and then Kendrick will come in here. Grady Dick has the ball. He's gonna swing it to B.I. Golly, B.I., what is that shot? John Collins the rebound. It'll go to Julius Randle. Randle to Anthony Edwards. Edwards going to work on Grady Dick, bumps him and scores. Wolves now within 2 points of the Raptors. Kendrick Lamar waiting at the scorer's table. Here's Brandon Ingram with the rock for Toronto. He'll cross over. The new addition for the Raptors at the deadline. It goes out to Barnes. Barnes will get the screen from Jakob Poeltl. Scotty, nice bounce. And what is John Collins doing? Just watching as Poeltl lays it in easily. And now you figure Anthony Edwards will just run down here, get an easy bucket for Minnesota. Yep, that's exactly what he'll do. A nice one-handed slam straight to the basket, blows by Grady Dick for a dunk. Ingram with the rock. B.I. It's stolen by John Collins. Edwards has it now, and the Raptors have had no answer for Ant. He'll drive, bump Grady, miss, tap it up, and it's gonna miss again. Grady the rebound. All right, Toronto could put the Timberwolves away with a bucket here. Ball will go to Ingram. B.I. driving. It's stolen. Ball will go to Minnesota. McDaniels, an easy lane. He'll take it to the basket. Oh, he blew it. Drake the rebound, and he'll get fouled. So Drake stepping up to the line with a chance to knock down 2 big free throws and wrap up the game. He'll hit the first. Kendrick Lamar's in the game. He'll probably intimidate Drake here and cause him to miss one. No, Drake ices him, and the Wolves will call timeout here. Can Kendrick Lamar deliver a big time bucket in the clutch? Oh, they subbed him out again. Man, Kendrick, I tried to give you a chance, dog. Jaden McDaniels into Anthony Edwards. Edwards, mid-range is good. Timberwolves trying to stay in this one. It'll go to Grady Dick for some free throws. Grady, first one is good. Second one from Grady is also good. Raptors up by 4, and it looks like the Wolves will win, or the Wolves will lose this one, my fault. Randall 3-ball, GG's. The Raptors win. Drake might not have won the beef, but he's trying to at least win the finals. And he's playing a bigger role on this Raptors team. He's really the go-to player. Series is tied up at 2 apiece as we head into game 5. The Wolves do bounce back in game 4 with a win of their own. And this 5th game is all Minnesota. Oh man, Drake, you can't let Kendrick win the beef and win the finals. I mean, Drake's numbers are way better, but the Wolves win in 6. Anthony Edwards is the finals MVP, and Kendrick Lamar beats Drake in the NBA final. And this upcoming season is where things will really get crazy. This past year was already crazy, but now we're gonna see some insane progression, trust me. J. Cole up to a 94 overall. Chris London a 93. LiAngelo becoming a star alongside his brother LaMelo. Chris Brickley's been putting shots up in Brickley's gym and getting better. Jack Harlow coming off the All-NBA appearance is up to a 92. TTG off the MVP is up to a 91. Yeah, many of the players who got drafted are now at least 90 overall. Some guys like J. Cole are 94s, which is ridiculous. We'll see if Cole can lead the Wizards to an NBA championship. Another season in the books. 59 wins for the Warriors. Chris Smoove really hooping. Wemby takes home MVP. Wemby, this is not your video, buddy. Kendrick, he got traded to Sacramento. Are you kidding me? So the Wolves let him go. after winning the chip, sent that man to Sacramento to play with Jack Harlow. Kendrick told Jack, what's poppin'? All right, my bad. Chris Smoove, All-NBA first team. There goes Chris London and Zach TTG, two members of 2Hype. Does 2Hype still exist? J. Cole, All-NBA third. Baby Keem, Jello, Mark Cuban, Chris Brickley. So this was the celebrity All-NBA third team right here. All celebs on there. And these guys are taking overall defense. Mike Wang, fix the shooting. Nah, I'm playing, Mike. That isn't up to you anymore. You're an NBA player. Mark here on all defense. He made all defense as a rookie. And Kendrick Lamar at 5'5", somehow an all defensive player. Ronnie here in the West. It's the Warriors who picked up Cat. Oh, shoot. Yeah, they're going to be nice. San Antonio. I mean, they do have Victor Wembanyama and Sway Lee, of course. The Kings, they got two of the players out the draft, Jack Harlow and Kendrick Lamar. And then over here in the East, you've got TTG and the Nets. Raptors once again in the mix, trying to make it back to the finals and win this time. And the Chicago Bulls. I was saying I wanted to see Chris London do something. His numbers were ridiculous. We'll see if that translates to postseason success. Here's what we're looking at for the conference finals this year. We've got two 5 versus 7 matchups, which is kind of weird. The Clippers with A Boogie and the Timberwolves, who don't have any celebrities after trading away Kendrick Lamar. Out East, Duke Dennis and the Sixers versus Mark Cuban and the Pacers. It just doesn't sound right when you say this stuff. Mark Cuban and the Pacers. Mark Cuban, the basketball player. It's A Boogie. It's A Boogie versus... What am I doing? I'm simulating an A Boogie versus Mark Cuban NBA Finals matchup. Goodness gracious, I love video games. Game 1 goes to Mark Cuban and the Pacers. They got Tyrese Halliburton sitting the bench because Mark Cuban is just that elite. Pacers up 2-0. Clippers will take game 3. But yeah, it's too little too late. Reese takes home Finals MVP. And Mark Cuban is an NBA champion. Not just as a guy who's in the front office with the Mavericks, but now as a basketball player. Kevin Durant retires. Yeah, if I lost to Mark Cuban in the NBA Finals, I'd be out of here too, KD. I feel you. And over the offseason, it's the J. Cole takeover. He's a 97. Chris London up to a 96. So is Chris Brickley, the Chris duo there. And now we're getting to the point where these guys are just solidified superstars. They're going to take over the league. We haven't really heard much from I'm Davis. He was on the Hawks. Or Agent. Yeah, the AMP crew hasn't really done much, and they've got a lot of guys in the league in this video. Did I forget Phantom? Oh, I forgot Phantom. Phantom would have changed the whole league. I'm sorry. Another season in the books. I'm predicting a Jack Harlow MVP. Dang it, Wemby, chill out, bro. Kendrick Lamar, 6th man of the year. It's not enough. I want to see Kendrick win MVP. Chris London, clutch player of the year for the Chicago Bulls. Jack Harlow, TTG on All-NBA first team. And yeah, you're seeing the celebrity takeover. Did you know he has 2 phones? Baby Keem is on the All-NBA second team. There goes Drake, who had a career year, averaging 26 a night. And yeah, all defense. It's mostly just celebrities and this really short guy, Victor Wembanyama. Why is Mike Wang still 19, bro? You've been in the league 4 years. You started off at 19. How are you still... 2K, what are we doing? All right, Mike, there you go. Looking at the standings, we got some new teams in the mix here in the West. The Blazers with Cash Nasty are the #1 seed. San Antonio Spurs in second with Sway Lee, and then Jack Harlow and the Kings are in third. Out East, the Raptors, #1. Can Drake finally get a ring? Mark Cuban and the Pacers trying to go back-to-back. They've got Hallie running the 2 next to him now. And then the Magic. Oh, gosh. Jake from State Farm. What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm? Khakis. Let's get these playoffs going. So the Pacers make it to the conference finals. They'll continue their quest for a repeat. Mark Cuban versus Baby Keem. And then out west, we've got Jack Harlow and Kendrick with the Sacramento Kings taking on Kai Cenat. Dang, Kai! Only an 81 overall? Much like his growth in real life, given that he's like, what, 5'4" or something? His growth in the league was stunted too. Only an 81. Bro, this Amen Thompson, dude, you know who he looks like a lot? Asar Thompson. It's crazy, bro. Both these series aren't very fun. Both teams up 3-1. Hold on. Boston might come back. The Baby Keem comeback of doom. Whoever wins will be facing Kendrick and Jack Harlow in the NBA Finals. Oh my gosh. Lakeem James trying to lead a 3-1 comeback here for the Boston Celtics. Let's see if he can do it. I might have mentioned this earlier in the video. My friend's a big Baby Keem fan, so this one's for you, I guess. Derek White hits the first free throw. Second one from Derek White is also good. Celtics now within 3, and it's a real possibility Mark Cuban blows a 3-1 lead. Here goes Mark. Cuban driving to the basket, rises up over Baby Keem and knocks down the jumper. Mark Cuban, ice cold. Here's Baby Keem with the ball. Keem, defended by Cuban here, is going to drive to the basket, bump him, but he doesn't draw the foul. Pacers will grab the rebound. Here goes Ben Mathurin. Mathurin, defended by Jaylen Brown. It goes to Cuban in the corner. Mark, going to fake the shot. He drives to the rim. Great defense from KP, and his shot is rejected. Celtics can't afford to come up empty on this possession. Porzingis will give it to Derek White, back to KP. Now it goes to Baby Keem. Keem at the foul line. There's the screen from Porzingis. Step back from way downtown, and Baby Keem will miss it. Here's Ben Mathurin with it for Indiana. Things are looking pretty good right now if you're the Pacers. Halliburton has it in the corner. Finds Cuban off the screen. 3 ball is off. KP the rebound. Last chance here if you're the Boston Celtics. Porzingis has it. It's going to find its way to Keem. No, it isn't, because Mark Cuban is there in the passing lanes for the interception, and he's fouled on the layup. I think that'll do it. The Pacers narrowly avoid blowing a 3-1 lead, and they're headed back to the NBA Finals for a chance to win 2 in a row. But they got to get through the dynamic duo, Jack Harlow and Kendrick Lamar. Now, I think right now, the Sacramento Kings have, they've got Kendrick coming off the bench, and I'm not going for that. Kendrick should be like, what, a 90 overall or something, an 88? Yeah, forget who's starting right now. Ian Jackson, you're going to go to the bench. Jack Harlow, you got to play the 2, because there's no world where Kendrick's playing the 2 at 5'5". Lamar can become a 2-time champion here with 2 different teams. So let's see what happens in this series. Game 1 is a Sacramento dub. Pacers win game 2. Kings will take game 3 and 4. Kendrick Lamar, 23-10 in the finals to win the finals MVP at a whopping 5'5". He is indeed big stepping with a size 7 men's on. And it's more of the same player progression. You see Jack Harlow up to a 99. It's Harlow's league now, buddy. Goodness gracious, a 99 is ridiculous. Drake goes up to a 96. I'm Davis is a 95. Travis Scott, we haven't really seen him doing anything all video, but he's now up to a 94. It seems like Kendrick Lamar has kind of been the guy in this video. Coming off the Super Bowl halftime, he was ready to take over the NBA, and he's done exactly that, winning 2 championships, taking home a finals MVP as he won his 2nd ring. You knew he was going to take it personally when the Kings traded him, or not the Kings, when the Timberwolves traded him. He used that as motivation to lock in, won a chip with Jack Harlow and the Sacramento Kings. AJ DeBonsta wins MVP. Man, that's no fun. Kendrick Lamar back to the bench, 6th man of the year. Dang. Chris London, clutch player of the year. He's took home multiple of those. And the Rockets, who I believe have Kai Cenat, it's Jordy Fernandez winning coach of the year for their team. TTG on first team with Sway Lee, who made his way to Golden State, leaving the San Antonio Spurs. And A Boogie is here on the 2nd team. There's Yachty, Drake, Brickley Ball, and then Evan Mobley, I guess. Looking at the standings, wow, the West was trash. Rockets were great. Kai Cenat on the bench for them. He averaged 16 a night. But the rest of the conference, dang, man, it was bad. Timberwolves have a great roster, too. Don't know why they didn't win more games. And then the Clippers with A Boogie won 45 games, which got them the 3 seed. Out east, the Pacers, again, with Mark Cuban, trying to get back to the finals. Cash made his way to Philadelphia. He's playing with Maxey and a washed Embiid, but AJ DeBonsta's the MVP. Oh, Chris Smoove is here, too. Oh, it's over. That Sixers team, they're winning the championship. Lobo is here. here in Miami. This team's kind of, well, whatever. They only won 47 games. Conference finals in each conference. We've got the Rockets and the Clippers here in the West. Kai Cenat versus A Boogie. And then out east, Mark Cuban taking on Lil Yachty and the Miami Heat. The Heat also have somebody else, right, coming off their bench? Oh, no, they don't. Jared McCain's on this team, too. They should probably get him started. Or, well, they do have Tyler Hero, too. That's actually a solid roster they have over there with the Heat. But they get smacked by the Pacers and Mark Cuban, while the Clippers and Rockets are headed to a Game 7, A Boogie versus Kai Cenat. And it's all A Boogie. The Clippers get a win, and it'll be A Boogie versus Mark Cuban. A final showdown. Did we have this matchup last year too? Or no, 2 years ago, I think. It's 2-2 after 4 games. We'll jump in the simcast for Game 5. It's a big Pacers dub. Clippers, you gotta win Game 6, and they will. So it's a Game 7 NBA Finals. Cuban versus A Boogie. And it's gonna come down to the final moments here. When we saw Mark Cuban in action against Baby Keem, I'm not gonna lie, Mark Cuban was kind of cold. He had that passing lane steal, a mid-range jumper. He was tough. So we'll see if he can replicate that type of performance again. Boogie is guarding Cuban there. Ball will go into Halliburton. Now it goes right to Mark. Mark Cuban will get the screen from Nas Reed. Pull up mid-range. That's wide open money. Pacers now within 2. Here's A Boogie with the rock, wearing number 30 on his jersey like he's Curry. Boogie struggling to get to the basket on Cuban. Mark really holding his ground. Boogie's gonna have to swing it out to Ware, to Clowney. Now it goes to Jalen Green. Green finds Ware for a 3 ball. That's a tough shot. He misses it. Nas taps the rebound to Tyrese Halliburton. Reese driving to the rim. Good pass down to Irving for the easy layup. And this game is tied with just about 1:15 to go. A Boogie with the ball. He's defended by Cuban here. Boogie swings it to Clowney. Clowney to Green. Back to Boogie. Boogie gonna fake the shot. He'll drive to the rim. Great defense from Cuban. But Jalen Green has room. He misses. And the Clippers going cold at the wrong time. Who would have thought? The franchise with no rings struggling in the clutch. Sorry, Clippers fans. Ball will go to Mark Cuban. Cuban finds Hallie wide open in the corner. And the Pacers, in front of their home fans, are playing so well in the fourth. Mark Cuban, another signature clutch time performance in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Does Boogie have anything to say? It'll go to Clowney. 3 ball connects, and we are tied up. The Clippers finally find the bottom of the basket. Mark Cuban has it now, defended by A Boogie. He'll drive to the rim, hop step out to Hallie. Another 3. It's off this time. Clips grab the rebound. It'll go up to Noah Clowney. Clowney, defended by Reed, gives it back to Boogie. A Boogie driving, tough shot over Cuban is off, and it's rebounded by Indy. They'll call timeout. They can hold for the final shot with 19 seconds remaining. The Mark Cuban Game 7 Finals winner would just be ridiculous. Irving will give it into Cuban. Mark, yeah, I think he's going to hold for this final shot. From Shark Tank to Game 7 of the Finals, Cuban in his bag, drives to the rim, floaters off, Clips grab the rebound. There's still 5 seconds left. A Boogie could deliver a bucket here for Los Angeles. Clowney into Boogie. He's going to have to do something quick. Why is he out at the logo? It'll go to Clowney. Deep 3 is off. And we're going to overtime here in Game 7. We're not going to watch the full OT period, but after I simcast a few minutes, if the game's still close, we'll definitely jump back in. Man, what a crazy back and forth there from Indiana and Los Angeles. I really thought Mark Cuban was about to hit that game winner for the Pacers. 2 minutes left in OT. We'll jump back in. Clips are up by 2 and have possession of the ball. Clowney inbounding. It'll go into Johnson. He swings it to Boogie. Boogie back to Johnson. We haven't really seen A Boogie get any type of buckets as the Pacers get a steal there. Gary Trent with active hands. Trent to Walker. And there's a turnover for the Pacers. Clowney with it as the Clippers look to get a transition bucket. He'll give it to Jalen Green. Back to Clowney and almost another turnover. But Boogie's able to get it. He'll go to the basket and draw the foul. A Boogie shooting 2 with the chance to put the Los Angeles Clippers up by 4 points here. First free throw all net. Second one all net as well. Clips up 4, still plenty of time if you're the Indiana Pacers. Just over a minute and a half to go here. Cuban driving to the rim, using his size on Boogie, but he can't convert. It's rebounded by the Clippers. Jalen Green has it. Green to the rim. Layup is off. Pacers will grab the rebound off a quick miss from the Clippers. Jarris Walker has it. The lob up to Irving for the two-handed slam. Lenny Irving, a big dunk there. He's got 23 on the night. A Boogie with the ball. Boogie swings it to Green. Back to Boogie. He's going to drive to the basket. Bump mark Cuban. Layup is off. Cuban the rebound. Pacers can tie this with the 2 or go for the lead with a 3-pointer. Cuban's going to take it downhill. Floater is good. And we are all tied up here in overtime in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Boogie with the ball. Can he deliver a bucket for the Clippers? At the top of the key, a lot of motion going on in the Clippers offense. Boogie gets the screen. He's going to pull a tough mid-range and knock it down. Clippers up 2, 39 to go. But Indiana, they've been hot these past couple possessions, getting buckets. So we'll see if they can get something going here. You assume the ball will go into Mark Cuban. Yep, he gets it at the foul line. He's going to drive straight to the basket. Nice hop step, but the layup is off. Boogie the rebound. And if you're the Clips, you want to take your time here. Look for a quality shot or just pull it, I guess. Jalen Green knocks it down, and that might be the series right there. A gutsy shot there from Green, but it paid off. He knocks it down and gives the Clippers a 5-point lead. Irving inbounding. Pacers need a miracle. Mark Cuban has it. He'll rise up for a tough jumper. Can't hit, and that is going to do it. A Boogie with the hoodie is an NBA champion. The Clippers pull it off in overtime behind a clutch Jalen Green 3-pointer. Boogie is your finals MVP, and we're going to run it back one final season, see who can win the last chip of the video, because we've gotten to the point where our celebrities are in their primes, playing at a high level. I just want to see them run it one more time. J. Cole is now a 99. Him and Harlow both reached max overall here in 2K. Let's get it. Another season on the way. And to be honest with y'all, I think it would be fun to do a full 20-year career sim with all these guys. But the problem with me giving all of them such high potential is eventually these players will just struggle to get contracts because they'll expect too much money. And in 2K, it kind of just breaks the game. So I think going this many seasons is probably just the right amount. Drake wins MVP in the final season of the video, averaging 29, 5, and 7. Chris Smoove, 6th man of the year over there in Philly. Sway Lee, clutch player of the year for the Golden State Warriors. Look at that. A Jake from State Farm, all NBA first team appearance. A Boogie went to Dallas, leaving the Clippers. Interesting. Jack Harlow on second team with Sway Lee. Jello, third team. You've got Davis, Yachty, Baby Keem, who's in Portland now after leaving Boston a few years back. And looking at the top teams in each conference, you got the Rockets. Is Kai still here? No. Oh man, they don't have any celebrities. I hope they don't win the chip. Jazz are second. Travis Scott running the 1. And this is a good roster. Scott got drafted here and has stuck around since. The Kings with Kung Fu Kenny and Jack Harlow still in the mix. They've got a squad. Over in the East, the Bulls, number 1. Chris London and Zook Dennis team up here. Celtics, they don't have any celebrities, so we are not interested. And the Heat with Lil Boat at the 2 are the 3 seed. Let's get to these playoffs. Wow, the 6 and 8 seeds make it here in the East. It's the Hawks with I'm Davis and the Magic with Jake from State Farm and Paolo Banchero. Over here in the West, you've got a 1-7 matchup. Rockets number 1 seed. And the Suns with Agent Zero are here. Both these series going 7, so it looks like we'll have a fun ending to the video. Magic are going to beat the Hawks pretty convincingly. Jake from State Farm going to the finals. And then the Suns and Rockets. Agent Zero is going to the finals to take on Jake from State Farm. What a battle. Game 1 is a Phoenix win. Agent Zero starts off strong. Magic win game 2 and 3. Oh, and 4. It's over. Jake from State Farm is your finals MVP. So that'll do it. In a league full of celebrities, we saw a lot of fun matchups. If you made it to the end, comment celebrities. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.